Yes, good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, wherever you're watching. You're watching FGB Sports, and for the first time in this channel, we're going to talk a little hockey. It's a little intro, and we're going to get straight into it. Yes, hello and welcome. So, FGB Sports, first time ever, we are going to talk a little hockey. So, with that said, let me just get the little title up. Yes, so introducing FG Sports to the National Hockey League. So, starting tonight at 1, is it 1 p.m.? Was it 1 a.m. British Summer Time? That would be 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time, where the Tampa Bay Lightning, the defending champions, head to Colorado Avalanche, the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, for the first of the best of seven series of the Stanley Cup Finals. So, as we are introducing the the NHL to FTB, what is the Stanley Cup? Well, let's get a little picture up. It's a magnificent trophy. Take a look at this. There it is in all its glory. So, let's get a little bit of a history of the Stanley Cup. It's the oldest existing trophy to be awarded to a pro sports franchise in North America. First awarded to the Montreal Hockey Club in 1893. Originally, it was just a bowl you could see at the very top of that trophy between 1893 and 1911, and just kept building up. And as it appears now, it's been like that since 1948. Possibly one of the best looking trophies in North America. I tell you what, put in the comments what you think is the best. Is it that one? Is it the Larry O'Brien Trophy of the NBA? Is it the Vince Lombardi Trophy of the NFL? Or is it the Commissioner's Trophy of the Major League Baseball? But that is some trophy. It weighs 15.5 kilograms and has a height of 89.54 centimeters. Imagine picking that up on a pair of ice skates. But it just shows how serious some of these athletes really, really are. So let's talk about the two teams in the Stanley Cup final and their road to the final. So starting with Colorado, they kicked things off in the playoffs against Nashville Predators, clean sweeping them for nothing in the series, winning 7-2, 2-1, 7-3, 5-3. Pretty much straightforward for them there. Then they went on to face the St. Louis Blues, where they beat them 4-2 in the series, winning 3-2 after overtime. Lost 4-1, 1-5-2, 1-6-3, lost 5-4 after overtime, and then completing the series 3-2 there. And then they went on to the Western Conference final against Edmonton Oilers and clean swept them. But by no means was it as straightforward as it appears. They won 8-6 in the first game. Obviously scoring an empty net out there to make it 8-6. They did beat them 4-0 in the second game. Then it was 4-2, again an empty net, and then 6-5 after overtime. So Everton gave it a good go, but the class of Colorado just shown, and obviously it kind of suggests that with the series score 4-0. As for Tampa Bay Lightning, the holders, the back-to-back holders, obviously they won it in 2020, 2021. They started things quite slowly, actually. They lost the first game to Toronto. Then they won 5-3, lost 2-5, so they were 5-2, so they were 2-1 down. Then went on to win 7-3, 4-3. I might be reading this wrong. No, then they lost 4-3, 1-4-3, 1-2-1, winning the series 4-3. They then went on to play Panthers, who finished top of the Eastern Conference in the regular season and looked one of the favourites to go into this Stanley Cup final. But wasn't a problem for Tampa Bay. They clean swept them. They beat them 4-0 in the series, 4-1, 2-1, 5-1, and 2-0. And then on in the Eastern Conference final, it's just finished. They beat the New York Rangers 4-2 in the series. Losing the first two games 6-2, 3-2. Looking like, they could be down and out, but then won the next four, 3-2, 4-1, 3-1, 2-1. In the 4-1, 3-1, in the 3-2, 3-1, it was Palat that came clutch for him, scoring the winning goals there. And then obviously Steven Stamkos in the last game to win it 2-1 for him to advance to the Stanley Cup Final. Notably, head-to-head, they played each other twice in the regular season. Both occasions, the Colorado Avalanche did win, but was very close. In October, the Avalanche won in a shootout. And then in February, they won 3-2. So very, very close games. And I'm expecting the same for this final. Let's talk about some of these players, ones to watch out for, who the high point scorers are in the playoffs. So for the Tampa Bay Lightning, you got Nikita Kucherov, who's on 23 points. Andre Palat, who I've just mentioned, who came clutch in some of those games, scoring 16. Steven Stamkos, 15. And defenseman Victor Hedman with 14. For Colorado, Kyle Maka, 22, defenseman. Nathan MacKinnon, 18 points. Mikko Rantanen, 17 points. Gabriel Landeskog, the captain, 17 points. So just shows how serious Colorado are. They've played these games and their players have scored a lot more points. They are the favourites going into this. They were the favourites at the very start of the season. So a lot of people will have Colorado to win this. But Tampa Bay, obviously, coming off back-to-back Stanley Cup winnings. And, the way they've come late in the playoffs in some of their series games have been, it just shows the experience of the team, experience of winning the Stanley Cup. And, they're going for it for the third time. They can be the first to win 3 in a row since the Toronto Maple Leafs back in 1947 to 1949. So that is something. It really is. Steven Stamkos instead is probably enjoying he's 32 years of age. He's enjoying his best season in terms of scoring overall, 121 points in 98 games. It just shows how important he is. He is one of my favourite players. Obviously, outside, as you can see, I am a San Jose Sharks fan, but I do enjoy watching Stamkos. Probably one of my favourite players outside of my team. A lot of people will probably say that this game will be a Stamkos versus MacKinnon kind of game, which then kind of brings me. Well, no, actually, I won't do that. I'll do that last. I will do that last. Let's go into some series predictions now. I believe that there's only been one game in the last decade in the Stanley Cup Final that has gone to Game 7. I actually think that this game has the potential to do that. It's a very, very promising. If it was the New York Rangers in this final, I'd probably say different. But with Tampa Bay, they are a serious team, and they don't give up. They give up, and they've shown that this season. So I will go to Game 7. Now, at the start of the playoffs, I had Colorado down to win it. Here's my problem with Colorado, by the way. Let me just let you know that I am an Arsenal fan, and obviously the Colorado Avalanche are owned by Stan Kroenke. Now, obviously, the Kroenkes have already won the Super Bowl this year with the LA Rams, and for them to go and win another trophy, whereas Arsenal's in a sorry state in the football and the soccer here, it would pain me, to be honest. So I've tried to be objective as I possibly can. And I actually think the Colorado Avalanche will come up with this one. They will win this series 4-3. It will go down to the game. I think each game is going to be tight. It's just, listen, it's going to be a great watch either way. I'm just glad that we've got a final of this caliber of teams in it. It's going to be great to watch. And I hope we get 7 nights of Stanley Cup Final hockey. I really, really do. So who would I think will go on to win the Conn Smythe Trophy, which is awarded to the playoff MVP? I think it's going to have to be between Nikita Kucherov of the Tampa Bay Lightning and Kyle Maka of the Colorado Avalanche. So obviously, I've gone for the Colorado Avalanche to win this game, so I expect Maka to go and win this. Not going to rule MacKinnon out because he's a clutch player. and he will probably come out big in some of these games, just like Ratton and even the captain Landeskog. So I'm just, I'll go for Maka just because he has been the highest point scorer in the playoffs. And I just think Colorado Avalanche is going to win. Let me know who you think is going to win in the comments. Do you think it's going to go to Game 7? Who do you think will win the Conn Smythe Trophy? How do you think the series is going to be won? Just please do let us know. But like I said, this has been this has been a quick stream because it's just me. I've got no one else to talk to, and there's only so much time that you can look at my face for. But if you like this kind of content, please do like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And hopefully in the future we get to do some more hockey stuff. We can get some people on to talk hockey. We're going to use the summer to try and get some people involved who love the sport, any sport, because we're trying to grow this channel here. As you've seen, we've got quite a few NFL stuff that's been coming out on this one, as well as football and boxing. So speaking of that, do tune in tonight at 2:45 a.m. British Summer Time. That's about 8:45 Central Time over in the States and North America, where Britt and Donnie will be looking at the NFC South and previewing that and going through their schedule. So that'd be a fun watch. Also, we will have Ollie should be back. So he's on holiday at the moment, I believe, but he'll be back soon for his comedy football or soccer show, depending where you're watching from. And hopefully we'll get some boxing up soon as well with Monday Juma. But like I said, this has been something new. If you like what you're seeing, please again like, share, subscribe, and all that. And listen, we'll be back. Hopefully, I'll try and come back once the series is done. Speaking of series, we're also going to have an NBA series reaction as well for the championship. I think it's currently, the Golden State Warriors are 3-2 up. So hopefully we'll get that up and running once that's over with Monday Juma and the Niger Englishman. So watch out for that. Make sure you hit that notification bell and so you're alerted every time we go live. Also, the link's below for the Twitter, the Twitter account. But listen, I've been Mr. Silver Fox. Thank you for watching there solo. And if you're watching in the replay, leave your comments, give predictions and whatnot. But I've been Mr. Silver Fox, and I'm out here. Let's enjoy these finals.